cloud. All right, comfortable sitting position. Downcast, close your eyes. And just take a few deep, full breaths. Really trying to feel that rib cage expand and contract. Let it be exaggerated. Just another breath or two. And then allowing the breath to return to whatever's effortless for you. And still noticing how the breath moves the rib cage, moves the spine. And then on the inhales, begin to think about growing tall through the crown of your head. And at the same time, you're growing tall through the crown. Think about anchoring your sits bones down. And then gently beginning to lengthen your breath. So deepening your inhale, lengthening that exhale. Just enough that you are still in control. You can still maintain that nice smooth breath. But you're bringing your mind into focus with that lengthened breath. And then bringing both arms down by your sides. And on the next inhale, slowly float the arms just halfway to the horizon. Just halfway, come up to the horizon. Exhale, bend the elbows, pull the shoulder blades back, pull the elbows back. And then inhale, slowly float the arms as high toward the ceiling as you're comfortable, feeling those shoulder blades rotate as you go. And then exhale, slowly release everything back down to where you started. Again, inhale, float the arms to the horizon. Exhale, shoulder blades, draw in, elbows, pull back. Inhale, slowly reaching the arms up toward the ceiling. And then exhale down. Let's do one more time, just that much. Inhale, float to the horizon. Exhale, shoulder blades, elbows. Inhale, reach those arms as far up as you're comfortable. And then exhale, release down. Check in for a moment, see how you feel. And then with the next exhale, slowly lower your chin toward your chest, but think of lengthening the spine out as well as down so it grows long. Inhale, let the breath pull you back to that tall sitting position. Exhale, slowly. Use the abdominals to gently begin to round the spine down. So you're starting with the head and you're slowly going to work your way into that rib cage area. Inhale, pulls you back up. So again, feel the breath connect with the movement. Think about the length you're creating on the inhales. Think about how you're folding down and going into that gentle C curve with your spine on the exhales. Let's do two more. Pause at that tall sitting position again. Allow the breath to return to effortless. Notice what's changed. And then arms down by your sides again. On the inhale, rib cage expands, the arms float up toward the ceiling. As you exhale, slowly rotating towards your right as the arms release down. So one taps in front, one taps behind. Inhale, slowly float the arms, torso to center. Exhale, you're going to slowly twist to your left. Inhale, slowly float up. Exhale, slowly release down. Inhale, slowly float up. Exhale down. We got one more set, so take your time. So see if you can slow the breath down a little bit more this time. And finish in center. Arms down, wherever you're comfortable. And again, check in and notice. See how the upper body feels. And then please bring yourself onto your back. Oh, feet flat. Arms by your sides. Check in for a breath or two. Notice what you feel. And again, we've got more warming up on the spine and the shoulders, the neck, so feel that. And then bringing your feet and knees together, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. Think about the low back stays lengthened, and as you inhale, the knees slowly open out to diamond. And as you exhale, slowly pull yourself back up to center. Inhale, slowly opening those knees out to diamond. Exhale, they slowly pull back to center. Let's do one more time here. And on the next inhale, the knees open out to diamond and stay here for 3 breaths. So again, notice the low back, how it feels. On the exhales, the knees can pull in just a little bit. Again, so you have that ride of the breath. And on the inhale, you let the knees open out more. Whenever your 3 breaths are done, slowly float both knees back to center. Feet go a comfortable distance apart. And again, check in. How do you feel? Slowly bringing both knees into your chest. Hands go behind the knees, flatten the shoulder blades. And then with the next inhale, slowly reach your right heel up toward the ceiling. And on the exhale, slowly bring it back down. Inhale, left leg toward the ceiling. Exhale. And again, we're just warming up the legs, so they may not get all the way straight yet. That's fine. We have 2 more sets, 3 sets total. Notice what you feel as you do this. Again, just getting the muscles to engage a little bit. Relax your toes. And then check in when you're done. Pause. Notice. and return the feet to the ground. So arms go palms up and they rotate outward just a little bit. So again, thinking about broad across the collarbones. So take an inhale here, think length through the spine, and then as you exhale, you're gently going to press your feet into the ground and begin to lift the hips up slowly, only as high as you're comfortable, and can keep that low back long. Think about opening from the heart, and then inhale, stay. Exhale and slowly release yourself down. So notice if you roll straight up, straight down, or if there's any wobble in there. Take an inhale at the bottom, exhale, push with the feet, slowly roll yourself up. Take a nice giant inhale at the top, really think about expanding the rib cage, keeping that low back long. Exhale and release down. We have one more. So take your time here. Notice what the inhale does. Notice how it moves you. Notice how the exhale moves you. And then again, check in. How do you feel? All right. With George, if you've got George, please flip over onto your abs. George, underneath the breastbone. Arms are going to be down by your sides. Legs are going to be parallel and long. Again, take a few breaths. See what you feel. And again, notice the weight on the ball. Let those shoulder blades round forward. And then starting with the shoulder blades. So on inhale, you're gently pulling the shoulder blades back, lifting the arms, and then push the breastbone forward. As you exhale, stay here, lower down a little bit. On the next inhale, that right arm is going to sweep forward. Exhale, bend the elbow to salute, fingertips to the forehead. Inhale, lift back up as you reach long, and then exhale all the way down, arm to your side. Again, inhale, open up the chest, just the torso is first one. Exhale, lower yourself down a little bit. Inhale, left arm now sweeps, going long. Exhale, you're bending the elbow to salute, fingertips to the forehead. Inhale, reach long again, and then exhale, release everything down. Relax those shoulders forward. All right, both arms together this time. So inhale, open up first. You're just lifting to that hover line. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, feel both shoulder blades moves as the arms reach. Exhale, both hands come to salute. Inhale, push the breastbone forward a little more, reach the arms long again, and then exhale and release down. Check in, see how you feel. And then please press yourself to all fours. Chocolate pecan asana, because we love chocolate pecan asana. All right, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. They might be a little bit wider than shoulders and hips. So just take a breath here. Feel again, lengthening through the spine. Get that sense of the breastbone pushes forward gently. As you exhale, tailbone pulls toward the wall behind you. So where's that point that your spine has to round? So try to keep straight until that point. And elbows, forehead, and then finally hips sink down. Inhale. Hips are the last thing to lift up. So go into extension first, push the breastbone forward, and then the hips come forward. Again, exhale, pulling back. Rounding the spine when you have to, elbows, forehead, hips. Inhale, extend, and roll yourself back. One more like this. And then go ahead and exhale, bring yourself back into child's pose, same movement pattern, stay for 3 breaths. So again, notice the inhale move you, let the exhale move you. And then slowly on inhale, bring yourself to kneeling. Again, check in and notice what's changed. What do you feel? And then please bring your left foot forward. Both hands go on that leg. If you need more padding for your knee, feel free to grab it. All right, hands on the thighs. Again, just warming up right now. So as you inhale, slowly drop your hips forward and down. Make sure this front heel stays on the ground. As you exhale, engage through the core, press through that front heel and bring yourself back up. Inhale, you're thinking about opening up through the hip on the right, long through the low back. Push the breastbone forward. Exhale, core engages, press through the heel. We have one more time. And then slowly, please bring both knees side by side, back to kneeling. Notice right and left. Notice how they feel. And then the right foot comes forward. Again, take a few breaths. Notice what this feels like. Notice if you're set up the same. All right, both hands on the thigh. And then when you're ready, inhale, slowly dropping forward and down. Making sure this front heel stays on the ground. As you exhale, core engages, drive through that front heel and gently bring yourself back to where you started. Inhale, slowly dropping in. Exhale, pressing out. We got one more. And then back to kneeling. Check in. How does everything feel? Take a few deep breaths. What's changed? And then please bring yourself to standing. So again, noticing what's changed. What do you feel different through the spine, through the hips? Haven't really gotten much into legs yet. We're going to go there. And then go ahead and take both legs wide into straddle. On inhale, arms go to the horizon. And as you exhale, with the knees slightly bent, slowly bring the left hand down into center so that you're turning toward the right. And then as you inhale, slowly bring yourself back up. Exhale, right hand goes down into center, turning toward the left. And then inhale, back up. We got two more sets. So take your time here, really feel that rotation. Where does it happen? The moment I want you to keep those hips as level as you're comfortable. Again, they can skew a little bit if you need to, but let the rotation happen in the spine. I believe we have one more set. Inhale up, exhale the arms down, check in. All right, on the next exhale, you're bending the right knee and you're dropping into just that leg. Torso comes down and then inhale and bring yourself back up. This time as you drop in, take that left arm, reach it to the right, to the left, and then bring it back up. We got one more time going this way. Reach that arm out. From your inner thighs a little bit more than we were doing before. This time down and stay. We're going to work with this arm here. So you're pressing the palm toward that wall. And then you're slowly going to rotate your fingers down, rotate your fingers back. So try to think about the movement happening from your shoulder here as you rotate. Keep pressing that palm out. Hold the fingers back as much as you can. And when your 3 breaths are done, slowly bring yourself back to center and check in. There's a little bit of flossing of the nerves through the shoulder. So notice how that feels. All right, and then starting with a drop into that leg on the right, left. So as you exhale, slowly drop in. Your hands down the thigh for now. And then inhale and bring yourself back up. This time, as you exhale and drop in, the right hand presses out toward that right wall. Inhale and bring it back up. One more time with movement. This time you're going to drop in, you're going to stay. And again, we're rotating the arm in the socket. So think about the movement happens at the shoulder. Your fingertips rotate down, they rotate up and behind. So watch the elbow, watch the forearm, try to keep that relatively constant. You have 3 rotations. And then slowly inhale and bring yourself back up. Check in. How do you feel? All right, letting the right toes turn to the right. So coming into Utthita laterals. So inhale, arms go to the horizon. As you exhale, you're slowly dropping into that right leg and let your spine bend sideways. Look up at that top hand if that's comfortable for you. Inhale, slowly float back to center. 2 more times and then we'll do our 3 breaths. Stay. So where do you want that head to go? Maybe down this time. And then one more time. Play with that head position. Maybe it stays centered. What happens if you retract the head a little bit? And then going in and staying for 3 breaths. Adding the arm sweep if you'd like. So as you inhale, reach the arm up and over the head. As you exhale, the arm comes back and behind. Open up through the neck and shoulders. Again, play with the head. It doesn't always have to be look up at the elbow as you go and look down as you go away. That's up to you. Again, get that curiosity. What feels good for your neck? And then slowly inhale, back up to center. Toes forward. Check in. Notice. Right and left should feel a little different right now, so noticing that. All right, then we're taking the left toes to the left. Get yourself set, hips stay square. Inhale, slowly float the arms to the horizon. And then as you exhale, gently bending into that left leg as you lean sideways, arm to the ceiling. Where do you want your head to go? Inhale, float back up. Again, exhale, dropping in. Inhale and float back up. One more time. This time going in and staying, and we'll add the arm sweep. And again, on this side, it might be different. What does your neck need? Inhale, create length, open up, exhale, open up the other direction. So arm goes overhead on inhale. Where do you want your head to look? Be curious, explore. What happens if you drop your chin a little bit more when that hand goes behind? Think about length through the low back in particular, but the spine in general. And then after 3, slowly inhale and bring yourself back up. Toes forward. Check in. How do you feel? And then please exhale, release down into forward fold. So a little bit of freedom here. Do you want to move with it? Do you want to stay? What would you like? What would feel good? So you have about 6 breaths. to release yourself into forward fold. Let the breath move you a little bit as always. And then when you're done with your 6, on inhale, slowly stack the spine, lift the chest all the way back up, stepping both feet together. Notice how you feel. Go back to the awareness of the breath. What do you feel? All right, coming into warrior 3 style balance. So hands are going to go behind. You're going to clasp your thumbs and reach those fingers out long. Right leg goes behind. And think about it again, create length first. You're toning in with that right leg and find that stability and that balance on the left leg. So take an inhale, feel the ribcage expand, create length. As you exhale, use the glute to lift that leg off the ground and then begin to push the breastbone forward, and that lifts that leg some more. So again, as you're doing this, we're trying to open up the chest, the arms behind for that. If your hands want to be on the hips, that's fine. If they want to lift a little bit more actively, they're welcome to. Again, what works for you here? So you can bend that standing leg a little bit if you like. It says it has to be straight. Where can you go and maintain for 6 breaths once you get there? About lengthening the breath, in particular the exhale. Relax the breath, open the chest. Neck and shoulders are relaxed. Reach that leg behind. Whenever your 6 breaths are complete, slowly come back to steady, standing on both feet. Shake it out. And notice, check in. And then all the weight goes on the other leg. Toe in, so right leg takes the weight, toe in with your left. Hands go behind again. Again, what did you learn from those hands? So maybe you want to go hands to the elbows, something different. Maybe you want to hold on to the wrists, your choice. All right, so from here, again, core is engaged. Take an inhale. As you exhale, use the glute to lift that left leg up off the ground. Shoulder blades are back and in. Inhale, start to reach that breastbone forward. And take a few breaths to find out where on this leg you want to go and stay for those 6 breaths. And again, it may be different from the other side. Watch your neck, keep it tension free. Nice, long, effortless breath. And whenever your 6 breaths are done, back to Samasthiti. Check in. How do you feel? All right. Feet are a comfortable distance apart. Left hand stays in the small of the back. On inhale, Tadasana. So you're going to slowly sweep that right hand up, lift your heels. Again, working with asymmetry here. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, think about your shoulder blade moving to lift that arm higher. And then exhale and slowly release the arm and the heels down. Other side. Inhale, slowly lifting the heels, sweeping the arm. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, feel the shoulder blade move to reach that arm higher. And then slowly release yourself back. We got 2 more sets. Inhale, slowly lift, the right arm does the sweeping. Exhale, stabilize. Inhale, shoulder blade rotates it a little bit more. So you're trying to get freedom in that shoulder blade to move. Last set. Check in, see how you feel. And then please come to kneeling again. All right, so Vajrasana to start. So both hands start up behind the back. As you inhale, both arms sweep up toward the sky. As you exhale, slowly rounding the spine first, hands go back, and then you start to lower the torso, and then finally lower the hips. Inhale, extend the spine, lift the chest all the way back. So we have 3 with movement. So one more here. And then go ahead and go down into child's pose for 3 breaths. So let your arms go wherever's most comfortable for you once you're here. And then please inhale, back up to kneeling. And again, check it. What's changed since you were first here in class? And then bringing your right leg out on about a 45-degree angle. So right hand's going to stay on that thigh. As you exhale, slowly dropping those hips on that diagonal. So just notice what you feel. Inhale and bring yourself back. So again, exhale, so you control the motion in through the core. Inhale and bring it back. We got one more time. All right, now walk that foot a little bit wider. And I want you to reach the heel out. I'm actually going to move back a little bit so it's not on concrete. All right, so again, back to moving the spine. So the right hand's going to stay down. On inhale, you're going to float up. Exhale, you're going to lean sideways. Stay there. Inhale, reach, and gently roll your shoulders forward just a little bit. Feel your stretch on that last shift. Exhale, all the way back to center, and then bring yourself all the way up. Again, inhale, sweep. Exhale, lean, reach long. Inhale, open up the arm, and then let yourself roll forward just a little bit. Exhale, bring yourself back to parallel, and then all the way back down. We got one more time on this side. Again, always think about creating length in your spine. And then both knees back to moving. Check in. How do you feel? Right and left should be a little more different. A little bit deeper lateral than the standing one. And then your left leg goes out about a 45-degree angle. Take a nice deep inhale here, and as you exhale, slowly dropping your hips toward that front heel. And then inhale, drive through the heel, expand back up. Exhale, core stable, long through the low back. Let the pelvis kind of move naturally. And then bring back up. We got one more at this angle. Focus on what you feel at the hips. And then you're walking this foot open a little bit more and reach through the heel. Now the lower body stays still. So on inhale, right arm sweeps up. As you exhale, a little bit of support with that bottom arm, lean sideways. Inhale, reach out more with the arm, with the spine. Add a little bit of a rotation from the shoulders. Bring yourself back to center on exhale, and then bring yourself all the way back to the start. Again, inhale, float. Exhale, lean. Inhale, expand, and that little rotation, very mermaid-like. Pull yourself back to center on exhale, and then release out. One more time. Notice how right and left are different. And then both knees back together. Check in. Again, what's changed? How do you feel? And then back down to all fours. Asana. Same as we did before. So you're gonna do 3 times moving, then a 3-breath stay in child's pose. So when you're ready, inhale long through that low back. As you exhale, slowly pulling the tailbone toward the wall behind you. Let your spine round, forehead down, elbows, head or hips. Inhale, extend the spine, lift the chest all the way back to center. Again, take your time here. Feel the breath. After those 3 with moving, go ahead and stay in child's pose for 3 breaths. You can adjust your arms, whatever works for you. Get comfy for a moment. And again, allow the breath to move you. After those 3, bringing yourself all the way down onto your abs. Hands under the forehead. Rotate your head to whatever side's comfortable. And again, check in for a breath or 2. What's going on? How do you feel? All right, so if you prefer the nose to be down, we're going to do lower body work here. So feet go mat width apart. Gently bend your knees to 90 degrees. Let those heels come together. So take an inhale. Feel the rib cage expand as you exhale. When core engages, gently press the heels together. Use your glutes to lift the knees off the mat, keeping those knees wide. So take an inhale here. And then slowly exhale and release down. So no discomfort in your low back. So we have 2 more since they're nice and slow. So take the inhale. Feel the lengthening of your spine. Exhale, core. Press the heels, glutes fire, lifting those knees. Stay for inhale. Notice how the low back feels. And then exhale, slowly release down. One more time. And then windshield wiper those legs side to side. Then go ahead and straighten the legs out, check in for a moment, and then please roll over onto your back. Hands behind the knees as those knees come to your chest. And then arms out to T. All right, coming into a very gentle twist. So we're going to start off small range of motion and work it bigger as we go. So take an inhale here. Gently engage the arms into the ground. And as you exhale, let the legs fall just a little bit to the left. As you inhale, use the breath to float those legs back to center. And then exhale, the legs go gently to the right. Inhale, float to center. Exhale, they go a little bit farther to the left. So increasing the range of motion as is appropriate for you. And then one more set, biggest range of motion that works for you today. All right, go ahead and grab George if he's handy. Roll over onto your side. Check in. Knees and hips, 90 and 90 or somewhere around there, nothing too strict. Again, working with isolation through that low back, and we're going to get some movement through the upper body. So keep the upper body still, that arm reaches forward. Inhale, reach that top knee only forward. You're going to feel the low back roll. Just go up to the rib cage, and then exhale, you're slowly pulling that top hip back. Again, same thing, you're moving the pelvis and the low back only. This arm's out here for stability and control, a little bit of challenge. We're going to use it here in a minute. But get that lower body just really isolating first. We have one more. And then inhale, pause in the center. Exhale, stay. As you inhale, you know this twist, slowly rotate that arm up. As you exhale, shift the hips back, around the low back, turn the rib cage. Stay here for inhale, reach up, lift the arm a little bit away from the ground, change its angle, exhale, bring it closer to the ground. So on the inhales, you're untwisting just a little bit. Exhale, you're going a little bit farther in. And again, think about changing the angle of the arm each time. We have 2 more breaths. And then slowly on an exhale, bring yourself all the way back around. So you're sideline again. Check in and notice. And then flipping to the other side. Roll on over. Check in, see how you feel. Notice how this side feels. Top arm reaches forward, shoulder blade is back. Gently squeeze into George with the knees, and then slowly on an inhale, reach that top knee forward. Again, pelvis comes askew, the low back gets some motion only down to the rib cage, and then exhale, pull that top hip behind you. Inhale, slowly reach it forward, that knee forward. Exhale, bring it back. Relax the neck. Again, the arm is up for awareness. It should be shoulder height. But again, feel like you're broad across the collarbone. The top of the pec is relaxed. We got one more here. and then come back to center with that low back, with that pelvis. And on the next inhale, that top arm goes up. As you exhale, shift the hips around the low back, turn the rib cage and reach. Again, you're staying for 6 breaths. So as you inhale, lift up a little bit, find a different angle for that arm to go to. Inhale, lift up a little bit, exhale. Inhale, changing the arm angle each time. And then on the next exhale, bring yourself all the way back around to where you started. Go ahead and slowly roll yourself onto your back. Check in and notice. And then gently bringing those knees into your chest. See how you feel. On inhale, slowly press both heels toward the ceiling. So a little bit different here. So on exhale, I want you to slowly bend your right knee, bring it into your chest. Inhale, slowly press that heel back up. Exhale, left knee comes in. Inhale, bring it up. So relax through the neck and shoulders. Use that exhale and the abdominals engaging to help start that knee inward, and then you can pull a little bit with the arms. You can deepen the stretch in the low back. Last set here. And then slowly release the feet down. Check in for a moment, see how you feel. And then please come to sitting. Notice what's changed. All right, bending your right leg, your left leg, left. Right leg straight out in front. Take an inhale. As you exhale, the right arm slides down that right leg as far as you're comfortable. Take an inhale. Exhale, rotate the left shoulder back and reach the arm back. So inhale, you untwist a little bit. Exhale, see if you can reach the arms farther apart, more on that twist. So this back arm, try to keep shoulder, elbow, hand in line. It's easy just to crank that shoulder back. I want you to think about, again, you're rotating the spine here. You get a little bit pressure in that right hand, but as you rotate, so you get a little bit more rotation. Last one. And then slowly back to center and exhale into forward fold. Bend that right knee if you need to, so you can get farther with the spine. And then you can slowly work on straightening that right leg out, again, to whatever level is comfortable and appropriate for you. And slowly inhale and bring yourself all the way back up. And both legs out in front again. Notice right to left, similarities. Hit your pinto with your toe if you've got one. And then go ahead and bend the right leg this time. Take a breath. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, slowly reaching that left hand down the leg forward. Make sure that left knee and toe point toward the ceiling. As you inhale, start to open that right arm out. And again, straight line across the shoulders, through the elbow, out to the hand. On the next exhale, you're pushing out with the left hand into the leg as you try to deepen the twist in the spine just a little bit. And again, you're working on that reach through the shoulders to that fingertip on the right hand. Head can go wherever is most comfortable for you. So my right shoulder is not liking that position today, so I'm just going to change it and focus more on the twist versus the arm. Think about lifting up out of your pelvis. So again, you're long through that low back. And then with your next inhale, slowly bring yourself back to center. Exhale, slowly release down into forward fold. Nice deep breaths. And again, bending that left knee if you need to, so you can get deeper with the spine. Hamstrings will follow. Going for equal curve in the spine. So really focus on that low back rounding. The upper back's going to round all on its own. You don't need to focus on that quite as much. And again, that bend of the knee allows you access into that lower back. And then your next inhale, slowly bring yourself all the way up. Both legs out in front. Check in for a moment. And then what final forward fold would feel good for you? You could do forward fold here. You can go onto your back, a little apanasana, a little both heels to the ceiling. Your choice. Or mix and match. And again, roughly 6 breaths. Think about length through the spine. Again, knees can be bent so you feel the effect in the spine first. Your 6 are done. Slowly bring yourself onto your back. Notice if there's anything else you need to do before you go into Shavasana, into rest. You're welcome to do that. You're welcome to adjust body position anytime you'd like. And let the breath become effortless once you're there. Give yourself permission to sink into the mat, into the ground. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Release your legs. Let the femurs just kind of rotate so the knees and toes turn outward a little bit. Notice how the effortless breath moves the body. And then slowly begin to deepen your inhale. Lengthen your exhale. Gently wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Gently rock your head side to side. And over the next few breaths, feel free to stretch your limbs about. End up on whichever side is most comfortable for you. And then slowly allowing your head to be the last thing to come up, press yourself to a comfortable sitting position. We started here, so notice how you feel, notice how you compare. And then bringing hands to Anjali Mudra. I honor you for tending your practice today. Om Shanti. Namaste.